everyone, and welcome to Two Lovebirds Workshop. Today we're going to walk through one of our projects with you. Have you ever watched a romantic movie where a couple is out in the woods and they're carving their name in a tree? Well, I love romantic movies, and so today the inspiration for today's project is a romantic movie carving in a tree. So we are going to take this 9.5-inch wooden slice, and we are actually going to laser our names as a couple along with our wedding date onto the wooden round to commemorate our wedding. And we think this would make a very good Valentine's Day gift. And with Valentine's coming up, I know a lot of people are looking for that special gift. And speaking of Valentine's, honey, do you remember the first thing you gave me for Valentine's Day?
Oh wait, it was the it's funny because back then they had these big baskets and had like 2 or 3 teddy bears in it, some candy bars, and they had a bunch of balloons. They said "kiss me" or something like that.
Yep, that's it. So our first Valentine's, he was only 16. I was what? Was I 16, 17?
Yeah.
And he shows up at my house with this basket with so many balloons. I couldn't even tell you how many, and they all said "kiss me, kiss me." It was so cute, and to this day that remains one of my favorite Valentine's Day gifts. But enough about that, let's get started with this project.
Okay, so the first step in this project is to put a keyhole on the back of this round. This will make it easy to hang and a lot less frustrating than having to set it on a shelf or set it in a holder. The bit we're going to be using to do this is a white side bit. It's a keyhole bit, part number 3050.
And I'm going to let Donovan do this part. I don't really mess with the CNC machine. I'm more of the Glowforge person, so this is his show.
Alright, let's do it. Alright, so we're going to clamp down a piece of wood so it doesn't move during cut. We're going to start the router and we're going to start the program. Alright, now we're going to mask the piece of wood. What this does is helps reduce the charring that is incurred when you use a laser. We're going to be using this vinyl ease here. This is a 12 by 100 foot roll, and we're going to be using this squeegee here to apply the masking to the piece of wood, and then we're going to cut it and get ready to laser it.
Donovan's dad used to have a sign business, and so he's really good at this part, so I'll let him do this.
Masking this down really good. And now it's ready to go in the laser.
Okay, now it's time for us to load the wood slice into the Glowforge. Since this is a taller project, you have to remove the crumb tray first so that the laser doesn't hit your project while it's lasering across. So we're going to take out the crumb tray. Donovan, can you take the crumb tray? Thank you. And then we have a board here. We do have to raise it up a little bit higher, and Donovan put a screw into this board here so that now that we have the keyhole in the back, we can actually hang it onto this board and make sure everything's nice and straight so it'll look good on your wall. So I am going to take it, see the keyhole in the back, hang it here. Hard to see. Alright, just kind of let it balance itself. There you see it's hanging. Stick it in here in the Glowforge. And this is a handy tool. This can help you measure if your project is tall enough for the laser to laser across. And so you can see here I've got kind of right at the edge of the check mark that says it's good, so we're good to go. Everything's all loaded. Close it down and head to the computer so we can get everything started. So now we have our design loaded, and Donovan and I worked on this design together. We did this design using Glowforge premium tools, the text, as well as importing artwork. So all of this was done within this app. If you don't have Glowforge premium, of course you can use other design tools that are out there. And so we're getting ready to get this centered, And Donovan, does this look centered to you, or do we need to move it over some?
That looks pretty good.
Okay, he says it looks pretty good. For the wooden slices, we are going to use the medium basswood plywood setting. We have used this setting before making wooden rounds for a runner's camp. We've made some awards for them and it has worked out really good for us, so we'll continue to use this setting. If you don't have Glowforge Premium, you can manually set this to 170 speed and full power and it should give you the same result. Alright, so we're ready to go. I am going to set focus. You can see that everything we're doing will be engraved. Let me make sure I fix this back to just the regular engrave. Okay, so we've got engraving the heart, engraving the date, and our name, so we're good to go there. The next step is for me to set the focus. I like to set it right in the middle of the design, so we'll give it a chance to set. Alright, I hear the machine going. It should be almost ready. And it says it's ready. And now once we hit the ready for print button, it will tell us how long this will take us on the Glowforge. So it's preparing for us. It takes a little bit to calculate. Still calculating. Must be a busy day. A lot of people off work making projects. Alright, and this tells me that for this project to engrave all of this is going to take about 28 minutes and 57 seconds. It's magic time. We'll push the glowing button and we'll get started. Alright, so our lasering is done. It took about 28 minutes and here is the result. So cute. So now we have to remove the final ease off of the top, the masking. So it's just easy. You're just going to slowly and gently peel off the masking. Try to gather it as best you can. Just be very careful around the edges of the wood slice. that. Okay, so that's the big portion off. And then you're kind of left behind with some small things here. We have a couple of tools that we'll use. These are great scraper that we have. We just sometimes will use that to kind of get things up a little bit. Just kind of move it along. Just want to gently scrape it, lift it up. And then for the small things, I get this little tool from, I think it was from the Dollar Tree, and it's very handy for like the very small things. And we'll link these tools in the video in case you need them. So lift up. Alright, so I think we got it all here. And so you can see that the masking really helps to keep the charring to a minimum when you're lasering. So it comes out very nice and clean. Okay, so there you have it.
Yep.
We made a project today. We've got our wooden slice with our names carved in and our wedding date here in the center. Again, this would make a great Valentine's Day gift. This is going to be really cute in our bedroom. We'll put it in there and take a picture. So thank you all for joining us for another project with Glowforge Workshop. If you like this video, just make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and also hit that bell for notifications of new content. Thank you for joining.
Thank you.